going to make this beautiful falafel burger with a beautiful tahini mayonnaise. It is just to die for. So here's how we make it. How delicious is that? Look, what beautiful cream oozing off. Before we start, we need to drain 1 can of chickpeas. So we've got 1 can of drained chickpeas, chopped up onion, got 2 tablespoons of safflower oil, I've got some onion powder, and here we've got salt, cumin and some paprika. I've got here half a tablespoon of a vegan stock. It's actually a chicken flavour, but it's vegan, it's made with vegetables. We've got 1/4 cup of brown rice flour. I've got 4 salt sun-dried tomatoes, and I've got about half a cup of fresh coriander. We also need to peel and chop 1 onion. So all we need to do now is to add everything to our food processor, starting with the chickpeas. Okay, so we add the onions. Then we add the sun-dried tomatoes. I've just chopped them up a little bit to make it easier. Then our safflower oil. Then we add our onion powder. Our salt, cumin and paprika. Then we add the stock powder. And the brown rice flour. And we just rip some of the coriander and place it in the bowl. Okay, so we put the lid on, we just pulse her a little bit, and we have to keep, as we blend, we have to keep scraping the sides down, probably because there's not a great amount of product there, so it's always a good idea to scrape it down so it gets processed evenly. So now we put some parchment paper on our oven tray, and then we just make them into little balls. And I've got a few on there. I'll just press them down to make them into burgers. You can make these as big or as small as you want. But if you want to make these a little bit smaller, you can make them into actual falafels or to little meatball type looking things. I just added a bit more to that one. It was looking a bit sad. giving them a light spray with just some coconut oil just to help them crisp up a little bit. So here they are, baking in the oven. You can pan fry them if you like. For the tahini mayonnaise, we're going to need 1/4 cup of tahini, 1/2 to 3/4 cup of filtered water, 1/4 cup of cashews that have been soaked, tablespoon of maple syrup, tablespoon of lemon juice. I've got some onion powder and some Himalayan pink salt, and 1 shallot. So we had our cashews, lemon juice, salt and onion powder, maple syrup, tahini, just chop it up a little bit, and I'll put some of the water. I'm not going to put all of it yet, just to make sure we get the right consistency. Up on the lid. There we are, it's still nice and creamy. I'm not going to put any more water in there. I've only used 1/2 of 3/4, so just under 1/2 cup. So pour yourself 1/2 cup and then just add in a little bit until you get the consistency that you want. And here we have it, our beautiful tahini mayonnaise. It tastes superb. So here we have our ingredients ready to make our burger. Okay, so we can put our burger together. We'll put some of our beautiful tahini sauce. Some tomato. And I'm going to put some of this beautiful herb salt. Very healthy, takes nearly 20 years to make that. And I'll put on some lettuce. And there we have our falafel burger with tahini sauce. Okay, so now our burger's finished. All it needs is a taste test. Hubby! Hubby's off to work in this storm that we're having today. So here's your tahini burger. Will you tell me before you go out in the rain?
Sweet as.
So just give us a
Glad to wait long enough.
thumbs up or a thumbs down.
Excellent.
What do you think of the sauce? Yeah?
Beautiful. I'm going to go and finish it off now. Bye.
Well, we don't normally get the white rolls, but because I was making a burger and we wanted to look appealing, I bought the little white rolls. They were vegan, so that's the main thing. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I'll see you in the next one. That mayonnaise, that's to die for. You really need to make